Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tamika and this is what I made this month. So following on from my very first YouTube video, which was my April plans video, this is what I actually got to this month. Now, I am a bit of a rule follower, so having a plans for the month maybe wasn't the best thing for me. I found that for a lot of the month I actually spent my time trying to find motivation to make the things that I'd put in my plans list, and just didn't have it. This last week I've really kind of taken a breath and reset and got excited about things again and chose to sew those rather than just sticking to my plans, which I think is very important and something I've learned for next month. So without further ado, let's see what I got up to. All right, so my first make is actually the one that I'm currently wearing. Now this is the lounge top from Made by Nico. It is a free pattern and it is her first pattern and I love it. It's a really lovely, simple, easy make. I made it in, a few hours, which is unheard of for me. I take a very long time to sew, so this was like a nice win for me. It is a boat neck cropped top with long kind of square sleeves, I guess. I chose to do it in a sweater knit. You can do it in some other like drapey fabrics, or something with a bit more structure will just give you a more boxy sort of look. So for this one, I did actually follow the sequence of steps from the Mandy boat tee. That one they have you do the neckline first and then attach everything. And I really like the way that they finish the shoulders. It's an extra little step there. So that one is a free pattern from Tessuti patterns as well. Similar sort of shape, but I think it's slightly tighter sleeve and 3/4 rather than full length. Next up was this pattern here. So this is the Butterick 5581 pattern from the 90s that I was obsessed about. This month has been a struggle, so this one was no different. I did cut it the wrong size, so it is a size too small for me, but it is an oversized sort of fit, so it's not too bad. I also forgot to lengthen the sleeves, so they ended up way too short. So I haven't actually finished this one off yet. For this one, I am extending my cuff. So to start with, I'm just doubling the cuff width to get to my wrist, but then I'm actually adding on an extra section for a little bit of 2000s flair, 2020 flair. I still want to also add in some contrast details. So I've got some little covered buttons to do on the wrists, and I was going to add some top stitching detail to match those buttons. The other thing that I would adjust for next time is the neckline. So for me, it's currently pulling back quite a lot. So I would probably shift the shoulder seam there forward a little bit. And that would kind of deepen the back of the neck to kind of have it sit up on my shoulders a little bit more. This month I have actually gotten in a lot of home sewing sort of projects. So to start with, I have some outdoor seats that we made for our first apartment to fit in our tiny little balcony, but they've followed us around all of the different places that we've lived. But we got some foam for the seat cushions and some fabric, just some outdoor fabric from Spotlight, and I never got around to sewing it together, so it's always just been pinned onto the foam. So this month I finally got around to starting to sew them. I have done one of them and I've cut out the other one, but again I made a mistake, cut it wrong, but it's getting there. We're getting there. The other thing that I made for the house is one that I'm currently sitting on. This is actually a floor cushion from Angel Leah Designs. I got all of my fabric from Spotlight and I have saved a little kind of making of in my highlights on Instagram, so I will link my Instagram below if you want to go and check that out. So this is kind of in line with the closet case patterns, they're Scrapbusting Pouf. I chose to have a little look around and find a design that I thought would suit with our aesthetic. And this one I think was perfect, and my husband liked it too, so we went with that one and picked out all of the fabrics together. I planned to fill with all of my scraps. I had a few bags that I've been saving up over the last few months ready to go, but as I sit on it, it is getting flatter and I've got plenty more room to add to it. I really enjoyed this one. I learnt to use piping for the first time and inserted the worst zip I've ever inserted, but it's on the bottom, so I don't care. The last make of the month that I finished, I actually finished this one first, so maybe it should have gone first, but anyway. This is the macrame bench seat that I've been working on. So I finally got it done and love it. It suits our space really well, and we're kind of using it more as like a coffee table, I guess, at the moment. We'll just put a chopping board on it, a wooden board, and it's ready to go. This one I am actually getting a little plaque made. My husband doesn't know this yet, and I don't know if he's going to watch this. I don't think so. But I'm getting a little plaque made, and I'm going to kind of gift it to the both of us for our 2nd year cotton anniversary. So it's made with cotton rope. So I thought it would be perfect for that. If you watched my April plans videos, you'll know that there are a few things in there that I didn't get to, or I did and were massive fails. So the first one that I totally failed at was the Vogue jumpsuit. I had planned to close in the back, but I forgot to allow for the elastic casing, so that just didn't close. It all kind of sat a little bit strange at the front too, so that one has been put to the side. I do plan to get back to it at some stage and salvage what I can from it. And the other things, the embroidered neckline on the dress, didn't get to it. Not even a little bit. Actually, I did try one little section, but had so many other things going on that that kind of went to the bottom of the list. The last thing is the pink shirt that I've been working on. So with that one, I did actually start making some patterns for it. Not for the shirt specifically, I'm making my pattern blocks. So I've got a couple of videos prior to this one making my bodice block and my sleeve block. So with those two, I will be able to draft up a pattern for the shirt. And I have been getting into the tatting to make the lace insertions for the sleeves. But that one, yeah, I realized very quickly that I was not going to get it finished this month, and I didn't want to put any pressure on myself to have that done. So that's going to be kind of an ongoing project, and I am looking forward to that whole pattern making process. With that, I have plans for next month coming up next week. If you would like to know when that one comes out, you can subscribe down below and turn on the bell notifications. I've also got my other social media links down below, and let me know how you went this month, and if you have a favorite of the things that I've made. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.